Silicon Microsystems, Bangalore, and he has a very vast experience. It will take nearly a lot of time, so we have 33 years of experience, and he has over 33 years of expertise in VLSI, embedded systems, automation, and robotics, and as CEO of Silicon Microsystems and a driving force behind various tech ventures. And he has developed 200 plus advanced products, built industry relevant courses, and refined skill development across India. And his expertise in this 33 years, he was with Dynalog India Limited, Bangalore for 7 years as industrial automation application engineer and as a project engineer. Then current job as Silicon Microsystems CEO since 1997. That puts around nearly 28 years, specializing in VLSI, embedded communication and automation products. So, another is he worked for Zymax Automation Private Limited as director between 2000 to 2005. In addition to this Silicon Microsystems, then Chief Technical Officer for Alphanox Technologies Private Limited. Then Bharat Dome Innovation Private Limited as again director. He has designed more than 200 products and projects in the field of VLSI, industrial automation, and robotics. So, since his specialization or practical experience is on industrial application, is on automation and robotics, so he's there with us. So he'll be giving a lot of imparting a lot of skills. So more than the theory sessions what you saw in the morning. So as an industry expert, he'll be delivering more on practical aspects. So that post-training session already you have lunch and so that's what we were discussing during the lunch time, and so more of practical experience. So kindly make use of this opportunity, practical more than theoretical. Theoretical always you'll have in the morning session. So I welcome you, sir. And in a very short notice, he has accepted our invitation. I think 6 months back the book was sent, and he has accepted, and today he is here. It is very difficult. People would have expected 6 months back, but giving the same resource person on during the week, it's very difficult. So luckily we are have to have him with us, and kindly make use of him. So a lot of skills you will gain from his insights. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Hello. So, namaste. Good afternoon. So I have to see from this side to this side. Fantastic. What a good experience. As like any other faculty development program or training program or workshop that is getting conducted, this time it is a slightly different. Now I understood actually some of the faculties are from computer science background, mechanical background, electronics background. So there's something like what to target. Okay, like which segments are the target? Okay. So but I'll talk about the automation with my experience of 33 years. So we have done a lot of automation when there was no cloud computing. Okay, so that was only with the wiring we have done. Okay, now I think somebody from Tamil Nadu. Very good. Okay, then you have better experience than us because Tamil Nadu is the first state actually which introduced automation before almost 22 years back. Because I conducted some workshops in some of the colleges in Tamil Nadu, and that time it was more than it is called automation and robotics, it was more on mechatronics. Okay, and that's the only state till today actually PLC is introduced as a part of the curriculum. In Karnataka till today it is not introduced. Okay, and other automation we have two types. One is the PLC based and one is the PC based. I think if you are aware of the PLC based, you are aware of PLC based. You are good. You are from which background? CS. Okay. Mechanical?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Electronics, electrical? Okay. So, because I need to talk about computer science in a different language, maybe. But if you're seeing, then that's good. Okay. Uh, See, when we started for automation, we had an opportunity to work on the first project on electrical and engine monitoring system of LCA, okay, which was in 91, 92, when it was started in Bangalore, the research program, okay, it was started in ADA, and we tested that whole system in GTRE. Even though actually we done completed the project within 8 months to 9 months, but we took the responsibility of completing the documentation for at least another 9 months. Only documentation took 9 months. It was like, they expected that, more than a product working, they want documentation. Because sometimes, even after we leave or, the scientists leave that particular job responsibility, still actually that, the project has to continue. And the documentation, whatever it is prepared, that documentation has to be on par with actually, like, even if there's a new person comes in on board, actually, they should have a reference of that. And that is pin to pin. It is not actually automation is, again, if you go to any of the steel plant or a cement plant or any of the plantation, but more on you think actually it is a 2-wire communication, 4-wire communication, 10-wire? It will be more than thousands of lines, and more than thousands of wiring. And before any starting any of the project, the system project manager will take responsibility of getting into the electrical, mechanical, civil structure, everything into the part. Okay. It is not that only put the PLC or PC or software into that. No, it is not automation will not work. The civil structure has to be perfect first. The mechanical first, above that, it has to fit on that. And to that, actually, like sensor and actuators to be controlled or monitored actually to the exact specifications. And there'll be a different type of manufacturers of PLCs, and different programming will come from different vendors, and it has to align everything. Okay, that is the major problem of this automation. Okay, so each project, if at all any small project might be, say, because it's a sleepy time, so we'll take some 2-3 minutes of some activities, and then we'll come back to session. So activity is nothing but actually it is writing on your paper. Okay, which is the automation you have seen, best automation you have seen, and closest to you and nearest to you. Very simple. I need a very simple automation. Toll gate, okay, one. Next.
Motion detection lights.
Sorry?
Motion detection lights.
Motion detection light, okay, that's also good. Second, third. Self-driving car, okay, still the latest one, okay, good. Next. Sorry? Face recognition, okay. So after face recognition, what it has to do? Now, have you seen that product? Okay, might be everyday citizens. Okay. Next. Huh? Vending machines of coffee vending or any of the cold drink vending machine. Yeah, next.
Fingerprint based authentication.
Fingerprint authentication. Okay.
CNC.
Sorry.
CNC machine.
What is that?
CNC.
CNC machine. Okay, sorry. Yeah. CNC machine for what application? Huh?
Open and closing.
Open and closing of windows or door. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Industrial robots applications, yes. Smart factory, okay. So still, you're going on the complication level. In the sense, like, it's a bigger, automation. More precision, more routines, correct? So can we have very simple automation which you have seen in the your real world? Huh?
Tank water level monitoring.
Tank water, perfectly correct. Okay, next. Because every day is work, right? It is there. Huh? Okay, every mall is okay. No, your best is actually like in your sunburn water tank automation. Okay, next, anything else? Coffee vending is one more. Because every day we use that coffee vending machine. Anything else? Washing machine, yeah. Washing machine, yeah, it's embedded applications. Okay, next is escalator. Okay, because it's a lift operations. Okay. So we'll make some 4 projects. One is actually lift operation, coffee vending machine, and water tank or some operation. And there is one which I got it. 2 more projects. So whichever you think actually like which is easy, can you write a flowchart of it? Flowchart, simple flowchart. How it will work? Just 2 minutes. Whichever you think actually it's easy, or whichever you think actually the automation is done. Okay, for that actually I need a simple flowchart. Even it might be somebody can take the traffic light also still. Traffic light, washing machine, elevator. So controller is going to be of your own choice. PC based or your Arduino chip or anything, or it can be of any microcontroller, okay, or in the PLC also is okay. Anything is okay. I'll give one more thing, sir. Now in Bangalore also, like actually who are all the PLC manufacturers, like ABB or Pano or Allen Bradley or anything. Okay, most of the employees are all from Tamil Nadu. Really? Because it's already they studied already the programming and other things. Because still industry prefers ready-made. It is not like IT industry put them in bench and keep training them after 6 months or 1 year. Nothing like that. On spot on day, the day one actually that work. Ready for it. Done, sir? Okay. See, if at all, I want to use, for example, which one you have done, sir? Water level control. So, how many input and how many outputs are there?
So two sensors.
Two sensors. Which one?
Upper level sensor and lower level sensor.
On a single tank.
In a single tank.
Okay, 2 inputs.
And one motor output.
Okay.
I mean to start and stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Motor.
Okay.
That's
Bottoms up. At sump also you need another 2 more sensors, top and bottom. Correct? But nowadays there are another method is started using. It's a resistive type or capacitive type, where it can sense from the bottom level to the top level even on the liter wise. Okay, in order to be of fully closed, I mean that is naked, and fully closed, I mean fully loaded. So it is in a condition of first level, second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level. So that time how many sensors are required?
one sensor.
Huh?
One sensor.
One sensor?
One sensor with a meter reading. I mean,
Resistive.
with checking the Distance of the water.
Distance of the water. There's one more method has come. Now, if it is the same thing, water level. Okay, if that water level of at normal temperature is okay. If it is the same thing, in the boiler. If it is in boiler, then I have 100-degree temperature. Then how to measure it?
Temperature.
No, I want to measure the level.
It is the level of the water.
Level of the water.
Right.
Sorry? Weight of the water. Okay? Weight of the water will measure, and equivalent to that, actually, we will see that actually height. We will calculate the weight. What is the weight of the? Is it that we are weighing the machine of that weighing the system? Then
Pressure.
huh?
Pressure.
Pressure sensor,
Using IR sensor.
IR sensor. Okay, IR or laser sensor. Okay, that can be considered now. Actually, the latest one is when you are measuring even temperature. You want to measure the temperature of a body. Then nowadays actually they are not putting a thermometer. It is always a laser. Okay. Similarly, even in the boiler also, the method has come wherein you can measure from laser beams the levels and also like on the temperature. Okay. Even it can measure up to 1000-degree temperature. Okay. So now if it is the consider that type of inputs. Okay. The output is going to be switch on or off. Correct? Sir? Only two conditions. On or off. Okay. Now, the considering there is a resistive type of measurement, or it can be of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels, or 1, 2, 3 levels. That's enough. 3 levels of this. And now, how many lines? So, like inputs are required? 3 plus 3, 6. Correct? 3 on sub and 3 on overhead tank. Correct, sir? Okay. No. See, it is all we are all sitting here. It's only to learn, sir. Okay, just whatever answer comes, it's okay. Because it's finally it's only I am coordinating between your answers and what is actually required. That's all. So 3 plus 3, 6 inputs, and output is on and off. Correct, sir? Okay. So if it is considered on and off, are we measuring anything on like level of water also, like how many liters or anything? No measurement. It is only levels you measure and then this job. Okay, now you connect one PLC, programmable logic control, or any of the microcontroller, and if it is anything of logical, okay, you already worked on logical things, right? If this is high, this is the output. If this is low, then what is the output? Simple logic. Okay, if that is the condition, then take only 3 input and 3 outputs, or 2 input, 2 out, 2 sub and 2 over at time. Low or up, low or up. Okay, now 2 plus 2 condition and 1 only motor switch on or off. Okay, now you write the conditions. What are the conditions now? When you will switch on, when you will switch on.
Low level sensor, when low
Some
level
over tank. Yeah.
when low level sensor is on,
Yeah.
so in the tank,
Water is low,
then switch on the motor. So
water level of sump or over it.
over it,
Over a tank, if the water level is low, then switch on the motor. If the water level is the sump, if that is also low, then
we need to switch on the second motor. I mean, to fill the water into the sump.
no. What for some actually there is no motor.
Then
The corporation water will come.
then no activity.
And then
No activity.
how to switch on? When it has to switch on? Huh?
When some
It has to come at least minimum level. What is the minimum level I can fix it on? Is it I can fix the levels? What is the level?
then
When it is the low of some level, some water, it has to be full. Only then the over a tank it has to be. When switch on, your motor has to get on. Correct? Okay. Now next what?
then
Water level is filled now. Okay. Next, what is the condition? Switch off the motor. Next, so if the water level is low, then even in some level, the water level is low, then what has to be on? It has to be on or off. Off condition. Okay. So now this is the conditions. Okay. Like when it has to on, when it has to off. So this is the condition of the any of the automation point. Now the same thing, you take it for now traffic light control. Traffic light is how many roads? At least 4 cross road. Okay, 4 cross road. I have a red, yellow, green, correct? But there are another 2 more actually for pedestrians. 5 lines. Okay, and other side 4 roads. 4 into 5. Totally 20 equivalents. 20 output lines. It is not input now. It has to be output line. And what has to be input line now? Traffic density. Second one.
Pedestrians.
Impedance of pedestrians. Okay. Well, essentially you have to fix the timing now. So is it we are controlling or is it we are just switching on or off only on the timing base? Only timing base?
Nowadays, sometimes
Yeah, some of the areas now actually because the Bangalore MG Road and now it has come with the image where the density is more, then automatically it will switch on or off. Correct? So now that is the one more condition. Next condition.
when there is an ambulance, there is
Exactly. So when there is an emergency or ambulance, then how will you read it? Sorry?
Silence on.
On based on the sound? I think still it is not done. Okay. Next. Any other questions? Sensor in the ambulance still not yet come. Next.
Traffic police.
Sorry.
RF identification.
RF identification still not yet come. Camera, for example, for extent some of the areas camera has come, but other areas.
police will.
So smart city is already developed. Smart city wherever it is developed, already it is developed with the image. Next, other areas.
Traffic police will change the time.
Exactly. The police immediately will go to the control room and you will press the button. For which button you will press? Huh? Which row? Which way? Which way?
From the road
Red
diagonal.
button for other 3. Then
Green for ambulance.
green for ambulance way. Okay. Is it, see, when you will take the 3 buttons actually to switch off the other 3 ways. Hello. 3 ways actually it has to switch off. And then only one way actually has to switch on. Which one you think actually? 3 buttons press and then switch on the green. What is the option actually I can take it up? What is the logical I can fix up? Huh? How to press it? Which one? No, how to program it? How to program? So there is a one button for ambulance. Press the ambulance button. Press the green button. Operator. It's not operator. Okay. Press the ambulance button. And then next one is green button. Green button for the particular way which ambulance is coming. So immediately once you press the green button, then automatically others have to become red. Correct. So next is I have some politicians come. Then huh? So now I have some politicians coming. Then what is the condition it has to be fixed?
Same condition. Based on the priority.
Same condition will work. Same condition will work. But as soon as the green passes, ambulance can go along with the other vehicles. But other politicians will pass through that along with the vehicles. Then what has to be done?
Everything will be there.
Everything has to be right. So then condition is now It is not only that button, there is the emergency button or any other coordination button, then press the green button, then automatically it has to pass through, then correct? Then now, after that, no, there is one more thing problem now. See, I have a timing, correct? So morning 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock is a different traffic, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock is a different traffic, and in evening at 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock different traffic, and 7 to 10 is a different traffic, correct? All the timing is different. Then how to set the time?
Machine learning algorithms practice using
So for machine learning algorithm, it is something like, it has to understand its own. Okay. For manual operations,
using RTC.
RTC, correct. RTC is one type actually, like, you set the time, then automatically that particular time it will switch on. If it is night time, so you have to wait long time actually in the traffic light, correct? Then what has to work? How to control? How to control? RTC, night, no, you cannot control with RTC. Night actually, rare vehicles, right? Only, only 5 vehicles or 10 vehicles will come in the whole 5 minutes. Then
Only be yellow.
huh?
Timer need to be set. Timer need to be set.
Timer, no. There is already some of the traffics it is implemented. It is on the IR. Yeah. Sometime, orange will be blinking. If the traffic is more that time, particular time, then immediately the yellow will come to red light. If at all, you notice in some smart cities, wherever it is installed, then it is already red has come or green will come. Okay, that is also one of the logic it is built already. So this is how actually the automation works. It is automation, it is not a straightforward. It is the logical, lot of logical things it has to come, and it is built on, depends on the situation requirement. Okay. If it is the just I'll show one of the video. This has got a problem of like you identify the problem and tell me actually what is the problem here. So what is the problem they face and what is the solution they got? Sorry?
Yeah, sensor for moving the.
Okay. Next.
The robot is not able to recognize the vehicle.
Who is not able to recognize?
Robotic arm.
Okay. Not able to recognize?
It can measure the vehicle to go.
Okay.
Mobile robot.
Okay. Then any other answer?
Integration of the components in this.
Sorry, sir.
Integration of robot. Yeah, no.
Synchronization of yeah. Any other?
It can place sensors position.
Sensor position. Okay, might be. Okay, next. Any other answers? Wrong type. Okay. So what is the major problem? So how to solve it? Reprogramming. She has done the reprogramming. Hey, she has done something. No? Okay. But they have shown something else. In between, if you see that.
The accelerator.
This is the major problem which we usually face in automation. See, the end user, the customer say actually like, I want this system to be implemented. But the problem is, one system he will give to us, another system he will give to some other company. Okay, and each company will write the program in their own known languages. And if at all, they installing, different PLCs are in the automation format, like, embedded system, or it can be of PLC, or it can be of PC-based automation. Then the problem is, each one will talk in different language. Okay, if that is a different language, then how to synchronize? So then it has to control from a single controller, then it has to control all the 4 or 5 robots or as well as the conveyor belt systems. So the customer has to deal to the single vendor, or he has to give the controls, he has to give the languages, he has to give the PLC IO lines to everybody. Only then other companies will make it compatible. Otherwise, the major problem is synchronization. So usually the PLC language, if you go through the any of the languages, most of the languages is ladder programming. If you are mechanical, you will be aware. The ladder programming, we call it the ladder programming. And then there is one more is actually distributed control systems. Okay, wherein actually these will be having their own monitoring system. Man-machine interfaces, what she has done, she is connected to that man-machine interface, and then immediately she made us to compatible with everybody. Okay, so this compatible issue will come in any of the automation situations. Okay, just I'm explaining you what are the problems in that, because otherwise, education system usually you will learn only the flow. See, what I am trying to give actually only the problems, whatever the problems are coming. Okay, because if you understand these problems, then you can do any designs. Correct? So now, next problem is, I have something like food, like food packaging system, food processing system, and I have a pharma, like the medical medicine planting system. I have something like steel plant or a cement plant processing system. Which one you think actually is best to do automation system? Food packaging easy. Next. Any other answers?
All of them have gone for automation.
Yeah. Everybody has to go on automation. But which is the complicated? Which is the complicated you think? Why it is complicated?
Because precision is very important.
Precision is important in which one? Pharma. Food is not required.
But compared to food, it's very much.
So in food, which are the precautions has to be taken? Or in pharma, what are the precautions has to be taken?
The process time and how long it will be placed.
Okay.
That time we can manage. Then what is the integrated need?
Okay, I'll take one example. I'll take. I have a badami milk which has to be packed. Okay. Now this is easy. Okay. Now, so what is the automation has to be done? Banana chips. No, I want a package. Starting from banana chips manufacturing till packaging. Sorry?
A splitting process.
Cutting process.
Of the food into the package.
Yeah. Banana. Quality of the banana. Who will go to measure? Which? What type of sensors I can use? It's only guess, madam. It is only guess. So it is only to learn actually what are the parameters we are going to measure.
Methane gas.
Methane gas.
This is boiled first. Methane gas will be emitted from each and every food.
Okay.
So you can go with MQ forward.
Computer vision.
Computer vision sensors. Okay. Vision sensor for what? Image of
Indicating the quality of the
banana. Huh? Microorganism development. Okay, very good. Next.
You know the color of the banana. So
Color of the banana. Okay, good. Next.
then cleaning up process.
Okay, how many people actually have visited any of the automation companies? Next slide. Okay, very good. Okay, next. Huh? Toyota, very good, sir. So you are aware actually how many, how much time it each, time it take actually to manufacture one car? Huh? 1 day? 1 month? Then? Huh? 3 minutes? You think so? You think 3 minutes is okay? It is there actually, yes, sir. Huh? Assemble. See, the maximum it is achieved by Maruti, okay, at Noida, which is of 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Toyota still, they achieved about 5 minutes. Okay. You think in 5 minutes it can be assembled?
Every 5 minutes a new car comes out.
Car. That's correct. Now the dialogue is changed now. Every 5 minutes the car will come out. It is not getting manufactured. It is car will come out. How it is getting come out? How it work?
Each and every assembly operation is timed.
Time based. Okay, then
Single line automation.
single
line automation.
single line automation. Correct. Next.
Multi-assembly station.
No, if it is the 5 minutes one car, then 1 hour 30 cars. 1 day 360 cars. Yes, sir. And per annum, per month? Per month. Almost like 360 into 30. Per annum? Okay, this is number. Okay, now the calculation goes like this. What is the inventory I should have it in my stores? Sorry?
Make torque and fiber. Yes. Make torque and fiber.
Make?
Make part.
Huh?
Buy part.
By part means?
Making part means the own company is paying the parts.
Okay.
Buy part means they have to procure.
Now, how many inventories per month? Actually, I have now. Actually, how much we I think per day per week we achieve 360. Correct. So 360. If at all we are manufacturing in a week, monthly it will be 30 into 30. Okay, 350 into 30 is almost 1000 cars. Okay, if it is 1000 cars, what is the inventory I should have it in my stock? No, automation is directly related to the inventory. Toyota has to invest for 1000 cars at least for 1 month. If it is annually, 1000 into 12,000 cars. Annual plan. If at all I am planning for 12 annual plan, I have to have a 12,000 cars. Correct? Yes or no? 12,000 cars. What is the inventory I should have it? How many steering I should have it? 12,000. Correct? How many lights I should have it? Into 12, whatever it is. So that means, and how many tires I should have it? Into 5. 5 extra. Then 5 into 1000. 5,000 times. Where shall I keep it? Which warehouse? Whose warehouse?
Just
Toyota warehouse. Impossible.
JIT, just in
And monthly, you meant to say actually, well, I have to invest for 1,200 vehicles. I have to invest. Then
all Japanese manufacturing units, they follow just in time.
correct, correct, exactly correct. So now
No,
he will plan only for 3 days. The maximum to maximum, they will cover only for 3 days. After within 3 days, the new inventory has to come from all the vendors, all the ancillary units. See, that is the reason Bangalore has developed. It is not because of Wipro, Infosys, Tata, TCS. It is Bangalore is developed only because of BHEL, PEL, ITI, and GF. You understood the language. See, because they started manufacturing, for that actually whatever the ancillary units are there, that is in Electronic City or Majapura or Pinya, it is created. And all the ancillary units is created within that 5 kilometers radius. Because they have to get that stock within time, within 3 days. Because that's all we have time. And they clear the bill only after 10 days. That means what? They get a credit system of 7 days. 3 days in it has to be delivered. That is how the whole inventory is managed. So now what is the Toyota is going to invest? He will never invest. He will never invest. He will invest only for the infrastructure, the manpower. Manpower also again, after 30 days he is going to give a salary. Correct? What he is going to invest? Only the infrastructure. The rest all the inventory will come on time. And he will get the 7 days to 30 days credit systems. We are separate. We are separate more than 30 days credit system. Okay, that means what? The company will work only with the advance amount, whatever they are receiving for the booking of the cars. Correct? And next one is on the credit, whatever the overall the suppliers are there, if they supply credit, only then they will give it. Okay, now 1,200 cars in a month. Correct? Now in 1,200 cars, there are different 5 models in that. Yes, sir? Which are the ATR? Then we have Innova. So different models, right? So each model, how to control the now monitoring system. Sorry? Flexible automation system. See, that means one Toyota will come on the queue, and then immediately the next car will come with ETR. Then how to monitor inventory now?
Batch production.
Sorry?
Batch production.
Batch production. You will say Toyota will come, and next after 5, the next vehicle will come.
8 hours back, the first 8 hours.
No.
manufacturer.
No.
Supply chain.
I think if at all, because the professor already this said, please do visit. If at all, you want to understand the whole automation system, you should visit first Toyota. Or if at all you are in Chennai, Hyundai. If you are in border, then go to Volvo. Okay, if you are in Mysore, TVS. TVS at least inventory is because of two-wheeler. It's not a car. But in the other car industries, you will understand the real manufacturing getting done. Supply and demand. So each car is booked, automatically the car will come into the same number. See, first Toyota will come, and next one is actually automatically the next car will come because the booking is already done. So he will not say actually the first block is only 5 system and 2 only the Toyota, next 5 is another 2. So depends on the number actually will go automatically. Automatically the inventory also will come into that particular line exactly on the same number. That's the beauty of automation, which you can see in the Toyota factory. Okay. And more than that, 180 robots working simultaneously. This is the BMW car manufacturing process. So now to do this, major part, what we should consider. If at all I'm doing the automation now for all this full factory, what is the major first point to be considered?
Common source.
Hmm?
Common source.
Common
Or logic.
logic. Okay, next. See, have you constructed your house? You constructed your house first? No, your own house. Okay, what is the planning you done first?
Space.
Hmm?
How much space?
What is the space requirement? First is the space. Second, layout. Which layout you will put? Is it the civil structure you will do it, or electrical structure you will do it, or plumbing you will do it?
First is civil structure.
Civil structure, and then while doing that, you have to consider your plumbing also. While doing that, actually, electrical also to be considered. That means what? It has to be parallel processing. All when you put the lines, automatically you have to put the other layout also, like CAD designs, you will do it for other layers. Similarly, what is the major in automation? Space, layout, electrical, movement of the materials, movement of the people, all is okay. The major one is the
Sequence of objects.
no, sir.
Synchronization.
No.
Antaranda.
Huh?
Antaranda.
No. Major is safety and security. The first option is safety and security. If anything goes wrong anywhere in the whole system, then immediately you have to protect. First is not the machines. First is actually you have to protect the people. Okay, so there should be number of exits. The proper exit has to be there. The proper emergency switches has to be in every place. Even if you go to the petrol bunk, in petrol bunk, you have a, when they're putting the petrol, then there will be a red color button. Have you seen that? Always it will be in red button. And always it will be physically visible and it is a bigger size. Emergency. That's the operation. So immediately, wherever you are, immediately you should get, it should not be like searching for that or it should not be logged. If you see the railways, there is a hammer. Safety hammers. If at all anything goes wrong, you break the glass and come out. Correct, sir? But if you see that in the railways, it is also locked. But in our automation system, it has to be open. It has to be kept in with the emergency switches properly. Okay. And even in automation, for example, I have something conveyor belt system moving. Okay, there are some materials moving on that. Then immediately, if anything material, it comes, getting damaged material has come, or it is something, liquid is coming out of the box. Then immediately I have to switch off. It is not that actually it has to flow. It has to switch off immediately and then take out. So one is actually the first one actually to identify the box. Correct? Box identification, the size and the weight, okay, the volume, everything is measured. If it is damaged, then immediately has to push out. Push out to the one more bin where exact bin has to be filled. It is not that it can fall anywhere. Correct, sir? Okay, now what is next? See, if it is pass through, something it has happened. So automation is not working, or the sensor is not working properly. Then it will move further. Then what will happen?
Some more damage happens.
To damage some more equipment. Then what has to happen? What has to do? So immediately there is something called every level there is an emergency button. Okay, so automatically that will sense. That emergency will also sense and then it will stop. If that sensor is not working, then there's a possibility. So always we give 3 levels of sense, safety systems. For every product we have 3 levels. Then
Supervisor has to stop.
supervisor has to stop. Then finally the manual operation. Even manual operation. And then finally your fire or water. So that system has to work. The alarm has to blow. Correct? So immediately that is the system, it has to come with the 4th level. So this is the system, it has to be maintained in every automation, in robotic system or in the automation system. The 4 level. See, for example, you might be, some colleges might be having some car robots or 6-axis robots, right? Okay. See, how many times you left actually that robot for students to operate? Never. Never. Why? Always the faculty will show, students will see. That's the operation of robots in colleges. For that, almost they invest 30 to 40 lakhs rupees a KUKA robot or ABB or FANUC or Ray robots. Then what is the need of that robot in college? Even though you are given a cage, it's given, sir. Cage is also protected. Robot is protected. Then still What it is doing? Not painting.
Looks same.
No, sir. Painting will come on spray.
Deep painting.
No, dip painting will not happen. Where the flow will be different structure, different place. In the painting. No, this is not. Sir, for ironizing also. No, it will not be paint. It is only galvanizing. It is not a paint actually. It is only to attract, keep the painting in it. What is I was telling actually to keep the stock inventory of the tires. That means actually it will be around 5,000, 10,000 tires has to be kept. Why to keep it? Only an almost space, building size actually of space actually to keep it. Only if it comes on this is then it will be mounted. Before that, because the manufacturers like an Apollo or Falcon. Huh? No, sir. It will come in once in 3 days and it will come to the stores, but it will be an automized stores because it has to come out immediately. Everything is synchronized. Seats. So, number of seats required. Now to stock it. See, majorly actually like whenever we take up any of the automation, so these are the restrictions they give it. So I have only space of this, I have money of the stocking of this, okay, everything. So they give every restriction like this is the maximum I can spend. Okay. Now Now I'll go on the automation real presentation. Okay, it'll take exactly about 30 minutes to 40 minutes, that's all. Okay, before that, there's something I want to give some information with the permission of organizer. Okay, one is, see, you all faculties since long time, no? So 5 years, 7 years, 20 years, 30 years of experience. How many times you presented the papers? 20, 10, 20, some colleges, 100, thousands, some colleges are important on the priority on the paper presentation. So what after the paper presentation, what will
Nothing. Honestly, no. Most of the things are no. What we do is a theoretical research.
Yeah.
So theoretical research will not have actual implication on the practice.
Exactly, sir.
So it is going actually to win.
Yes.
If the research has to happen on real scale, it should get associated with industries.
Correct.
And there is no link between industry and the.
So what is the link? Usually is a link is a bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, what is a bridge? I feel actually always it's an application. See, if you get any applications to work on, automatically you will also get into the same mode. See, how to get your applications. Okay, see, I have some presentation. Before this, shall I take the presentation and then shall I come to this?
Yeah.
Okay, because most of the faculties will be valued or interested in getting funds. Okay, that's what actually your research fund is matters. Okay, for example, one or two institutions I take. One is the Shastra. Okay, it's one of the biggest institutions who is receiving more than whatever the fund comes, out of that 20% will go to Shastra. I think if you are aware of it, then it's okay. Otherwise, I tell you, it's because I am working with many of the institutions are giving the problem statements. So I written more than 240 plus proposals today for all the funding agencies with the help of the professor. Okay, out of that almost 160, 170 we got the fund, and we are working with the institutions on solving the problem. This is like getting into the product development, because now government of India is not giving any fund actually for your simulations. Research, no, nothing, no funding for this. Only if you are getting into the product development, only then there will be the fund. I think the last day, yesterday was the last date for MedTech, which is almost 25 CR for each project they are ready to give. The next 15th, actually, there is one fund that is coming on the pharma with MedTech, which is almost about 25 lakhs. The fund reserved is almost 750 crores, one is 125 crores. Next has come actually with the only AI development, which is almost about 1,000 crores. Our next fund is coming up actually is only for materials like sensor development. That is almost about 1,000 crores. The fund is huge. It is only who is going to apply what on what category. See, it has to be useful for the local industry. That's what the government of India is saying. You tie up with the local industry, apply for the project, then only then professor will complete the project. Instead of project completion, they want a product development, and that should complement the MSME, and then automatically your own students should get the job opportunity locally. That's what actually the government is looking at. And government now earlier actually only IIT, NIT they got the funding. Now it is more than that. Other institutions, the rural segment, B and C categories institution and as well as cities, they are getting the funds of this. We're all aware of the hero. Yes, sir. See, we always follow some of the heroes like Rajkumar or Rajnikant, Shivaji Ganeshan, NTR, or Amitabh Bachchan, Dharmendra, everybody. Okay. Finally, if you see that why we are following, okay, and on what basis actually we are following, okay, see that. Before that, see, you are faculties, So you're trying some students. After 5 years, when they join your institution, always they say, sir, I want to learn this, they will request, on them request. After 5 years, when they go out of the college, and they come back to your college as alumni, okay, what is the question first asked? Sir, still you are in the same professor. No, are you still assistant professor? So what is the project you have done, sir? How is the placement happening, sir? Sir, have you got that promotions? So what is the income, sir? What is the salary? Correct? So this is this common questions, in some of the colleges, not to all the colleges, not all the professors also. Some colleges, some professors still, these questions will come. Okay. So what is that, we are looking at? See, the same professor write a textbook. Okay. Then till after retirement, others still actually we get the royalties. So that's the income we get it. If after retirement, what is the income? If you join any other college, still we'll get the 50% of the salary. But other than that, okay. See, we go on sustainability mode. Our Rajnikant, he is sustained for 70 years or 71 years, sustained. Still his film comes on the super hit model, and his famous. Awards and recognition still we want. Even professor wants. Next, he has to be rich. He is rich. Are we professors are rich? Still, we calculate go by one. Okay, like what is next? Respected. Yes, highly respected, even the faculties and as well as the film industry. And what is next? Healthy. Are we healthy? Yes, we are. What is next? Expectation. Expectation from public, students, and then management. All the management, we have a lot of expectation from everybody, right? So are we feeling that? Okay, next. Work even at the age of 70. Is the entertainer. Are we entertaining? No. So what is missing here? We cannot entertain, right? Okay, what is next? Social service. Are we doing social service? Yes, we are all doing social service. All professors always say, sir, students, whatever it may be, whatever the industry is doing, finally till end, they are always remember us. So that's the service we are doing. And always we are happy on that. Even students get 20 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, still we were 12 lakhs to 24 lakhs, still we are happy. We say, actually, sir, we are doing our service. Okay, what is next? Provide the indirect employment. Because his films runs on crores, still we get the employment. Converting knowledge to wisdom, creating huge bank balance, income, become famous, recognized, respected, community service activities, so these are the connecting dots. So why I am telling all this actually for your professors is actually I want to create something different from professors. Okay, I want every professor has to change on one particular part after your research. That is after your PhD. How many times you are done your research and the next activities? See, I started my career in 1991. Okay, when I joined actually this industry, as a supplier or manufacturer, most of the professors, lecturers or lecturers, and now they are HODs and principals. Okay, even might be vice chancellor also. So that is my 33 years of journey. It is then academic. Okay, I am supporting most of the institutions with all seminar, workshop, conferences. Okay, whenever syllabus getting updated, we are conducting workshops. So I was also part of BOS in almost now still in 16 universities. Okay, so I work only on the practical session. If somebody asks me, sir, can you modify this theory? Sir, all your theory is yours. Give me only practicals, I'll take care. See, whatever the electronic subjects until today in the NC of PTU, most of the experiments I did. And it is followed after 20 years. Okay, only 4 questions are asked actually by making syllabus. Sir, see, once you change the syllabus, when you change the syllabus, is it textbooks are available? The first question. They will not ask actually, sir, is it industry relevant? The first question is asked is it my textbook is available? The second one, sir, whatever you want to put it, other the experiment, is it easy to do it? Is it my students can able to do that? Third one, sir, then who is going to train my faculties? Faculties are all 20 years old faculties. So they are not trained. So how to do that? How to upgrade it? So this is a common question asked in every syllabus committee. Like fourth one, sir, new one, can you do that our training program? So we are done. That's the reason actually we are done every time actually the workshops. No, whatever best possible from our side, actually we are trying the faculty. So I was the first person to start the VLSI board manufacturing in India. In 98, I started. Okay, nowadays the VLSI is a part of in the whole electronic industry. So you are all worried about NAC and NBA, right? Okay, now the next is the ARIA and NRF. Now no more NAC and NBA in future is going to be. What is next? How to meet this? We need almost about 400 points. You have 400 points to meet to get your 100 marks. All it is required is innovation, incubation, entrepreneurship. Only that basis actually the ARIA and NRF both are calculated. So I've taken one of the example of some of the institutions recently. GSSS, AIT, BMS, BNMIT, and NMIT. Okay, if you see that most of the parameters, general innovation, patent, skill, faculty, centers, incubation center, innovation center, center of excellences, innovation park, IPR cell, faculty mentors, external experts, startups, collaboration, patents, startups, and commercialization. So these are the major points actually it is calculated. So how many of your institutions or how many of your faculty or departments are at par with any of these parameters? How to achieve this? So some of the institutions usually they conduct a lot of workshops, seminars, and all this. Depends on that. Actually, this is the score. The last year, some of the institutions they got it. Based on that, actually the ranking system also is fixed. Only because of based on this, actually in future all the funding will be released. Only now this is the last year actually which is going to be a NAC and NBA. In future is going to be our ARIA ranking or NRF ranking. For example, I have taken one of this Karnataka state. Okay, what is missing? On which area you can apply for the funding? Okay, this is the major score in ranking system. So we have SDGs. It's a more on SDGs. You have SDG, right? Sustainable Development Goals. On that, actually, what is SDG 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10? So these are the standard SDGs are pending. Out of that, what is the Karnataka score and what is the ranking system? So based on this, actually, your state you can analyze it. Okay, on that basis, actually, you can apply for funding. I will not come with this. Okay. So this is how actually you should have a planning, like which fund will come where, from when, and on what basis. So you have a calendar for your own institution, okay, and each category, like which faculty has got what strength, depends on that. Actually, keep that scope readily available. So as soon as actually, because now in future, say earlier the government of India, Karnataka was announcing the funding once in a year. In future, and already it has started. Now the government of India whole year is open. Anytime actually you can apply for it. So this is how actually you should prepare the calendar, like on what innovation, design challenges, or international collaboration management. So this is all actually the dates and year, and particularly on the month wise. Coming to the topic. See, the funding is not like earlier 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, it's all over. Now we are talking about only 1 crore, 2 crore, 10 crore, 20 crores, 25 crores, 30 crores. See, some of the fund recently applied for toy manufacture because the government of India, before announcing any of the project, now they're stopping all imports. You heard about Lego? Lego is international brand for toys, education toys. It is already banned about 5 years back. Only they are waiting actually that to be manufactured in India. I'm also working on that project because I was a Lego distributor earlier. So I know actually what is the how to design, how to work on that project. So we asked for 30 crores and almost it is through one of the institutions we applied. Okay, so that is the one of the similarly for every project the government of India is saying actually to stop their import, then start manufacturing in India. What is industry 4.0? Started. Huh? With AI implementation, and then IoT implementation, and then cloud implementation. So the overall is the 4.0. Now what is 5.0? Huh? Embedded next. Collaborative of human and machine. Perfectly correct. So again back to 3. Nothing but back to 3. So earlier 3 was actually man interface was there. The 4th one actually everything is automated with the cloud computing. Now the 5th is going to be man interface and as well as machine interface is going to collaborate. So it is automation, robotics, AI, big data. Of course, it is going to be in the future for example, Amazon. You take an example of Amazon, where Amazon recently threw out almost 20,000 employees. Nothing but actually they want upgraded versions. That's all. See, whenever they say any company they sell 2,000 thrown out, or 4,000 thrown out, 20,000 thrown out, don't worry about that. It is only to clean the system. It is only to clean the system. Because after 30, 40 years, the people will not start learning anything new. They want to work on the same, what is the mode actually we are learned. So now what they want is updated. So which is if they're not able to understand or if they're not able to upgrade, then what has to come? Clean the system in the new system. That's all is happening. And nothing but actually these people if they go out, they'll ready and they'll study 1 second and they'll come back. IoT and cloud. One more is important in whole automation is cyber security. Now the next is cyber security, which is all your safety and security. Earlier it was physical, now it has to be on digital. What is automation? Fixed, programmable, flexible. So there are the 4 levels again. It's on the device level, the control level, supervisor level, and enterprise level. See, enterprise nothing but actually the management wants to know actually what is happening in the whole industry. Before that, actually the managers wants to know about what is happening in my production level. The third one actually on the control level, what my supervisor, immediate operator, what has to be done. And before that, actually, what is that? The designer, what I should design. So that's what actually the device level, sensors and actuators will come into picture. And the control level, PSM controller, the SCADA and HMI is for supervisory, and ERP and MES integration. It is the last one is for management. Like this. Okay. Next is architecture. See, major anything in electronics or any of the automation, simple device, it's input and output devices. Matters input and output. It can be of analog input or analog output or digital input or digital output. That's all the electronics. To do that, actually, what is required? One is the passive component, one is the active component. Active components are nothing but chips, and above that, actually, we need a layer of programming. That's all the automation. So, signal curve. So now, earlier actuators and sensors are working on the one particular system. Now the system, as like first video what I showed, now that system has to speak to other system. Correct, sir? So we have a control system of different level. Each one has to communicate. So how to communicate? One is IoT, of course. The next one is with the wire or without wire. One is the control bus or signal bus, or it can be of IoTs. So while wiring has to be there, or without wire also is okay. Now without wire means cloud. If the cloud or server down, then whole production will be down. So there are different type of robots coming. Okay, like articulated, Sierra, like mobile, collaborative, and Delta. These are the different type of robots for different applications. Okay, majorly for pick and place, or welding, or it can be a painting, whatever it may be. So we need a different type of robots designed for that particular applications. Again, robots will work on, say, it's only when we are talking about humanoid robot. Humanoid robot is the last one. Before that, actually, we have only 6-axis robots. That's all we consider. The humanoid robot is now actually it is only imagination. Some of the like Honda or these people have achieved some part of humanoid robot, but to an extent, it is not fully protected with whatever you AI tries, automatically they do it. Still, it is controlled. So here, while designing any of the one more thing is actually like on the power supply. See, we need an energy efficient. So we have a limited power. The power has to be controlled. Power has to be utilized. Less power has to be utilized. Otherwise, if at all, for example, you want to buy a mobile, you want mobile to be operated on high voltage or low voltage. Of course. And you want for battery operation for 1 hour or 10 hours. See, this is the common expectation from many of the consumer. So definitely here also they say actually, sir, instead of giving 20,000 rupees electricity bill, I want to reduce 10,000 bill. So how to reduce it? So power consumption has to be less, and when power when usage is there, only power has to be acquired. Otherwise, it has to be switched off. Assembly, welding, pickup, place, painting. I think most of the things are already covered. Yeah. Now it is intelligent. Okay. Now for intelligence, we have standard is actually like a programmed controller, microcontroller, or your PLC or PC based detection. LabVIEW, if at all you use LabVIEW. For that, actually you use National Instruments card. There is also automation material, but it is a high speed. Okay. And for a PLC, why PLC is maximum used in industry over PC based? More than that? Of course, ladder diagram, one of them. Why is ladder program is popular? It is easy to program, and even shop floor people also able to change that program at any time. Then
programming is not required in PLC.
Yeah, once if it is programmed, if it is bad or anything closed, then automatically the repetition will go on 100% accurate. And virus effect will not have, your PLC will not take any of the viral effect. Some of the PLC manufacturers, Allen Siemens, ABB, Schneider, Hitachi, Omron, Mitsubishi, these are the major players of PLC automation. In India, it is last year all put together, all manufacturers put together. I have some data about 1,800 crores equipment they sold only in the PLC category, without actuators and sensors, all put together. Similarly, the robot manufacturer, ABB, Fano, Kuka, any of these, now India is emerging in the automation, okay, for using robots. Only in automotive industry or pharma industry, some part of the robots are used. Now most of the companies are going to use actually the robots for many other applications. So now every company has established their office in Bangalore and also Pune. Of course, Chennai is the maximum users because of automotive. Advantages of automation. Automation transforms industry through efficiency, safety, quality, economics, and human value. Automation matters beyond technology. See here in automation, this can work in 24/7. What is called as a 24/7? Will it work for 24/7? Maintenance time will be there. For how many seconds, minutes, hours?
Between batches.
Between the batches, you know how much time will take? 5 minutes. That's all the maintenance. 5 minutes, the black box will take all the data, and if at all any error, then immediately it has to disturb all the errors, or any of the precision will come is changing, then immediately that will be rectified within 5 minutes. It is not more than 5 minutes. Again, changing over is also, it's called redundancy. Means you change the system, you put one more system, then it has to work. There is nothing called actually put the screw, connect all the cables, nothing. Just connect it within 5 minutes. And even in the redundancy, there is one more possibility is, even if one processor, one system fails, then automatically the next system will take over. Within seconds, it will not be, people will not know actually it is gone bad. It is only through programming our MMI actually will understand actually that particular division is damaged. So I request actually if at all any of the institutions are required, any of the industrial visit to be done for any of the companies, let me know, because I am in automation industry, and also I am part of Bangalore FKCCA or CASIA or PIA or any of the association, and they are part of the association. In most of the time, I will be part of their industry institution interaction committee, or I will be in HR committee. So I'll have something, some influence and some connect will be there. So okay, in any of the industry, if at all any of the institution are looking for any of the, see last 1, 2, 3 months, I organized only for faculties some industry visits. Because once I'll take the faculties to any of the industry visit, you should take care of the rest of the further networks. Network means, like if at all you want to bring any of the students to that same company, then you make your network. Okay, first I want to take only the faculties. Faculties, once they get connected, automatically other people will take the connections. Partial production, reduce labor testing. See, these are I told, that's the reason. I told, don't worry about that, sir. It is only, IT and diploma holders who will get a job, not the engineers. Huh? See, it is a manufacturing. This is a manufacturing, it is not a design. Engineers are used only for design, not for manufacturing. Even in electronic industry, like we have AT&S in Bangalore, Mysore, we have other like any manufacturing set. Most of the manufacturing it is done by IT and diploma, not by engineers. But recently, unfortunately, most of the electronic assembly systems like Tata has come, and mobile manufacturing setup at Perambur, Foxconn, all these people are hired engineers rather diploma and ITA. Because engineers we are able to get at low cost from 20,000, 15 to 20,000 rupees. Diploma holders are, ITA holders are costlier than engineers. Because I am the chairman of 4 ITA colleges. So all my ITA students 100% got placed. Okay, at the cost of 20,000 rupees salary plus pay, food, transportation. But engineers, we are not able to get the placement only because of these reasons. They want always 5 days work, laptop, internet, cafeteria, and vehicle has to come in front of the house. But diploma, ITS, anything is okay for us. One more thing actually, what to focus. So this is what actually we are talking about AI. So in the morning I saw one of the presentation by one of the professor. So he is talking about calculations, right? See, I never calculated. Really, in the whole my industry in the last 33 years, I never done any calculations. I never used mathematics. What I used actually is my experience. Really, sir. I have never done any of the morning. You was explaining so much accuracy level and precision, paper presentation and other thing. I have never done that. No, I was telling professor also, like, sir, is it really used in industry? No, only used in research study. So we are talking about IEEE papers or anything. So where the papers are going, sir? Recently, I had an opportunity to discuss with AICTE chairman. I told sir, instead of giving IEEE paper standardization, make it actually Indian version. At least Indian papers will not go outside. At least whatever the research is done, let it be in India. And then make it indigenized. You make it Indian version. We have for all the professors, right? In IIT to NIT, IIT, Central Institute, everywhere we have a professor. Let them, any of them are doing analysis. When paper presented also, they are going to scrutinize, right? They will not come, article will not come. So let them be other, so that all the research will remain in India. So this is what actually any manufacturing, it's a cost, initial investment is going to be huge. First 2 years the labor cost will come down, and the second one actually typical ROI will take it up within 4 to 5 years. But investment on the automation is very capital investment. Okay, this is what actually I was speaking about. Challenges in designing industrial automation system. Integration complexity, like what PLC, cabling, electricity, safety, security, software, or multiple vendors, system integrity, system reliability, 24% operations, and cybersecurity risks, scalability and upgradability. This is one more problem what we face actually. See, now you have production for 100 systems. Now suddenly if I get an order for 200 systems, then how to scale up? How to scale up? Is it I cannot invest on one more infrastructure, right? I have to utilize the same infrastructure for the further 200 systems. Then how to do that? The scalability also to be ready. Okay, the cost constraints, skill gap, environmental condition. This is one. See, why always the companies for any of the particular manufacturing, why they prefer only that particular area? Because of the environment. See, not that Bangalore is good. So I'm talking about why not people will go to Mangalore or Mumbai or Chennai. Some of the things will not work in that particular location because of the environment, because of the coastal, because of the rust. Some problems, some products they want to manufacture only in those locations. So now it is Google has decided to go for the Vizag, right? Investment of 1,10,000 rupees. Why? It is only because of the cabling, not because of Bangalore he could not get the job. It is only because of the cabling. It is Vizag is easy. Vizag to US, they want to put a cable. It is easy. See, people should understand actually we get anywhere. Job is everywhere. It is not that only Bangalore has to get the job. I want every city of India to be commercially viable. Same thing, on the challenges in the pharma. So these are the pharma regulatory compliances to be met. Even factory to put that, the water has to be, resources to be perfect, and no forest area. So this is the no green area. So these are the condition for any of the automation. Okay, so data readability and clean room compatibility, process validation, integration issues, safety and redundancy, change in management, continuous monitoring. So these are the things which is. So these are the major thing actually is applying for pharma. If it is same thing like the food processing, then hygiene and sanitation, and wastage. Wastage management is the one more problem what we are facing in every industry. So this is what actually I was talking about. Some of the examples. See, water level control and staircase control system. So we have done some mimic panels for some of the institutions to work on lift control, and then we have a traffic light control. So these are things that can be connected to your PLC automation system and control. So these are the some PLC automation models we done. It'll take 5 minutes. Last one. So now we are talking about worldwide. Okay, now let's talk about India. What is India? We are talking about Make in India, Made in India, Stand Up India. The many schemes are coming where the youngsters or any industrial to set up an industry, people can go in for this. But what is the government investment? Any of the infrastructure is a different. Any of the capital investment or machinery investment, almost will get a 50% rebate. 50% rebate, we are going to get our investment. See, some of the examples I take on what are the industries. India is now emerging. Okay, India is not developing country or we are developed country. We are only emerged country. Okay, last from 10-15 years, whatever the emerging it has done in India. So now whole world is looking at us actually for the productions. So now we have to take the calculation of that, and every state has to work on this. Mahindra. See, every 1% improvement on this, any company will go for automation automatically. They'll invest on this. So only on the painting, 20% reduction of the wastage. And hospitals, because of the hospital automation, 30% more precision, 40% faster recovery, and automatic dispenser units. Every doctors are becoming engineers, engineers are becoming doctors. Correct? All the doctors, medical equipment designed by whom? Engineers can, electronic engineer, computer science engineer. Multidisciplinary. And so that, isn't we are aware of any medical parameters? No, for to design and how to do the designs. We need to study all medical parameters. But the same thing, for medical doctors, whatever the equipment is given, now you need to operate means you have to undergo that many of the engineering drawings, right? Operation. Similarly, all the farmers are becoming engineers, all engineers are becoming farmers. Next one. Because of the smart agriculture. This is a major mobile robots. I think it is operated on Amazon in 750,000 robots. But out of that, India is now, because of that effect is Amazon, India is also coming with the same thing. Almost I understood it is 2,400 robots is getting established in Hyderabad branch and as well as the Mumbai branch. Okay, now this is one more area where all the professors can work. Government of India is giving all the problem statement of railways. So earlier, to get one railway project or one product you want to sell it to railways, used to take 3 to 4 years after development of the product. Now the open actually, you have a product, now you want to establish, they immediately go to local control system, they will take your product and install it on the trial basis. Once that is working for even 3 months, they get approval. Each equipment requirement is not 100 numbers, 400 numbers. It all goes in 10,000, 20,000 numbers. If at all you are going for the product development. And this is a coverage area. They want more and more product and services to be given because they want more and more protection to be given in the railway, all the systems. One project we are also working on that for RF based railway bogies to be identified. Because one more problem, what railways problem is actually, see, they go to one particular station, they change over that some of the bogies. After that, sometimes they leave the bogie and they go. Okay, they'll not have control. So now for that, actually, we have done one product. Okay, now it is almost under the approval condition. If that gets enough, we'll get the approval for almost worth of around 55 CR project. Smart railway system, then ISRO collaboration with, for tracking system. That's where actually we also collaborated for ISRO collaboration and automatic train wash plants, AI passenger services. Over, sir. No, ಇಲ್ಲಿ close ಮಾಡೋಣ. Okay.
ನಾನು 4 ಗಂಟೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ.
So any questions? So we have one more section on redundant. That is totally in the practicals. Like, we have developed one data acquisition system which is of national competitive to national instruments. Usually every college you have a system of like computer science department or electronics department. You write program in Python and C program, right? Huh? So we'll have a break.
Take a tea break.
Just a bit